My name is Hannah.
My name is Drew.
My name is Jason, and our presentation is about why we believe Pakistan is moving towards a moderate state. Pakistan will shift toward a modern state when they improve their relationship with India. Many meetings and organizations have been organized recently to try to improve Indo-Pakistan relations. In April of 2014, at a briefing held by the Pakistan-India Parliamentary Friendship Group and the National Assembly, it was stated Pakistan and India should put aside all the conflicts and increase the trade between both countries. Once the economic relations are strengthened, there will be no chance of war because even enemies turn into friends due to trading.
In the last 65 years, India and Pakistan have been unable to resolve their differences with one another. They also struggled with developing a normal, healthy relationship. Their common goal that they are trying to reach is all about peace and stability. India is going to have to convince Pakistan that its interest in Afghanistan is a good thing. Pakistan has to convince India that it respects their rights. If the countries were to have regular meetings, they would start to understand each other. That is something that is slowly happening. It is unusual that two countries that are neighboring one another know so little about each other and their day-to-day lives. India and Pakistan need to understand each other's interests and intentions in Afghanistan without coming into conflict with one another.
Pakistan is increasing in its ability to run and maintain running a governmental system. We read in one of our own case studies, quote, "The 2013 election marked the first time in Pakistan history to allow civilians to vote for their leaders," unquote. According to Omar Ali, he stated, "In a country where the security establishment has a long history of throwing out elected regiments and manipulating results, this in itself was an important landmark. For this we can thank President Zardari and his coalition-building skills and stubborn determination." Former Finance Minister of Pakistan, Shahid Javed Brooki, stated, "It has hit the bottom and it will now begin to improve."
One of the evidences that we see of Pakistan becoming a more moderate state is the new reopening of the highway between Pakistan and China, the Silk Road. And this road used to be destroyed by a landslide, but China has agreed to reconstruct the road and has recently been completed. They actually tunneled through the side of the mountain because the landslide was so big. It created a new lake right near the road. So the old road was pretty much useless. As you can see in this picture, it says Pak-China Friendship Tunnel. So it's kind of interesting to see this relationship developing, and it's also a sign of their international trade strengthening between the two countries. Another evidence we see of Pakistan becoming more open and more moderate is through their trade relations with the United States. They've recently made an agreement where Pakistan can now export over 3,500 different products in their own country to the United States duty-free, so without having to pay an additional tariff or additional tax on their goods to export it to the United States. This is really going to help them to develop their economy and to employ more people in Pakistan, and it's another sign of them opening up just a little bit more than they have in the past. Another interesting thing that has recently happened was an attack on one of the Army public schools. Some terrorists came and attacked this school, and this made a lot of government and Army personnel very upset. And as a result, Pakistan's general signed an agreement that he will pursue and kill these 4 terrorists, and he even deemed them as hardcore terrorists. So this is really an interesting thing that we see the military starting to stand up more to the terrorists. In the past, we saw that they were in a way in cahoots with the Taliban, but now as the Taliban has started to attack more against Pakistan, we see the army starting to step in more and really start to do something about these terrorists and eradicate them from their society. They've really just started to recognize that this is an issue, and they're doing their best, I feel like, to start to get rid of this issue. As a result of these attacks, Parliament in Pakistan has now made a constitutional amendment that there will be new military courts. These military courts will now have the power to prosecute and convict terrorists. The recent terrorists who attacked this school were actually hung. And so I feel like this will really help Pakistan as a country to find a little more stability than there previously has been with all the past terrorist attacks.
Although Pakistan is on its way to becoming a moderate state, it will not happen quickly. Hassan Abbas said, Pakistan will have to go through a long process of 10 to 15 years of stability, economic growth, and change in a mindset in the establishment about their views about India.